Welcome to Elevate Your English,
where confidence meets communication. Can I ask you something personal? You know English. You really do. You studied it for years. You understand movies, you read articles, you even think in English sometimes. But the moment someone asks you a question, in real life, face to face, your mouth just stops. It goes completely blank. And the worst part? You knew the answer. The words were right there, inside your head, but they would not come out.
Yeah. And you walk away feeling embarrassed. Not because you don't know English, but because your mouth did not cooperate with your brain.
That feeling. That exact feeling. That is what we are talking about today. Because here is the uncomfortable truth nobody tells you. Knowing English and speaking English are two completely different skills, and most learners train only one of them.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I am John.
And I am Jessi, and today we're going to talk about something that millions of English learners struggle with every single day. Why your mouth does not move as fast as your brain, and what you can actually do about it.
And this is not going to be a list of grammar rules. This is a real conversation, so stay with us.
John, let me ask you, when you were learning to speak more confidently in English, what was the biggest block for you?
Honestly, it was fear of sounding stupid. Like, I would construct a sentence in my head, translate it, check it, recheck it, and by that time, the conversation had already moved on.
Yes, and that process, that whole translating in your head thing, that is the root problem. Most learners think in their first language and then convert it to English. And that conversion takes time. That pause, that hesitation, that is where the confidence breaks.
And people see that pause and they think, oh, this person does not know English. But that is not true at all.
Right. It has nothing to do with vocabulary. It has nothing to do with grammar. It is about how your brain and your mouth have learned to work together. Or, in most cases, how they have not.
Here is something most people never think about. Speaking a language is also a physical skill. Your mouth, your tongue, your lips, they need to be trained, just like muscles.
Think about it this way. A singer does not just know music theory. They sing every single day. Not because they forget the notes, but because the voice needs practice. The muscle needs repetition.
And English has sounds that your mouth has maybe never made before, especially if your first language is Hindi, Chinese, or Spanish, or Standard Arabic, or Portuguese. Certain sounds just do not exist there.
So when you try to say a word like world, or rural, or particularly, your mouth is basically doing something it has never been trained to do, and it stumbles. Not because you are bad at English, but because your mouth is just new to this.
And the solution is not to read more grammar books. The solution is to actually open your mouth and speak out loud every day.
Even if it feels awkward, especially when it feels awkward.
So Jessi, what do you think is the most common mistake people make when they try to improve their spoken English?
Honestly, I think it is waiting. Waiting until they feel ready. Waiting until their grammar is perfect. Waiting until they have enough vocabulary.
And that day never comes.
Never. Because readiness does not come before speaking. It comes from speaking. You get better at it by doing it. Imperfectly, uncomfortably, messily.
Another big one I have seen. People practice reading silently. They consume a lot of English content, which is great, but consuming and producing are completely different things. You can watch 100 cooking videos and still not know how to cook.
That is such a good way to put it. You have to get in the kitchen.
Exactly. And the kitchen, in this case, is your own voice.
So what actually works? What helped you personally, John?
The thing that changed everything for me was talking to myself. I know it sounds strange, but I started narrating my own day in English. Like, I would wake up and think, okay, I woke up at 7. I am going to make tea. The weather looks cloudy today.
Simple sentences, present tense, no pressure.
And slowly, those sentences became faster, more natural, because I was giving my mouth the repetitions it needed, without any judgment, without anyone watching.
I did something similar, but I used audio. I would listen to a short English clip, maybe 1 minute, and then I would try to repeat it. Not memorize, just shadow it. Match the rhythm, the tone, the pauses.
Shadowing. That is such an underrated technique.
It really is, because you are not just learning words, you are learning how English sounds from the inside.
And one more thing. Recording yourself. I know most people cringe at the sound of their own voice, but when you listen back, you catch things you never noticed, where you rush, where you go quiet, where your pronunciation slips.
It is uncomfortable, but it is incredibly useful.
Okay, we want to give you something you can actually do today. Not tomorrow, today.
Here is the challenge. For the next 7 days, just 7, spend 5 minutes every morning talking out loud in English. You can describe what you see around you. You can talk about what you are planning for the day. You can even argue with yourself about what to have for breakfast.
No script, no preparation. Just open your mouth and let the words come, even if they are slow, even if they are wrong.
And on day 7, record yourself. Compare it to day 1. You will be surprised.
Now let us look at 5 words from today's conversation that are great for intermediate learners.
Word number 1, hesitation. It means a pause before doing or saying something, usually because you are nervous or unsure. For example, there was a long hesitation before she answered the question. Practice question. Can you describe a moment when you felt hesitation before speaking in English? Word number 2, narrate. It means to tell a story or describe events as they happen. For example, he narrated his entire morning routine in English to practice speaking. Practice question. Can you narrate what you did this morning in 2 or 3 sentences? Word number 3, repetition. It means doing something again and again to get better at it. For example, repetition is the key to building fluency in any language. Practice question. What activity in your life have you improved through repetition? Word number 4, shadow. In language learning, to shadow means to listen and repeat at the same time, copying the speaker's rhythm and tone. For example, she shadowed the podcast every day, and her pronunciation improved quickly. Practice question. Have you ever tried shadowing? What was your experience? And word number 5, fluency. It means the ability to speak or write a language smoothly and with ease. For example, fluency does not come from knowing all the rules. It comes from consistent practice. Practice question. What does fluency mean to you personally?
Let us quickly recap what we talked about today.
Knowing English and speaking English are 2 different skills. Your mouth needs training, just like any muscle.
The biggest block is translating in your head. The goal is to start thinking directly in English, even badly at first.
Practical things that work. Talking to yourself, shadowing audio, and recording your own voice.
And the challenge? 5 minutes of out-loud English speaking every single morning for 7 days.
Before we go, we want to say something, and we want you to really hear it. You are not bad at English. You are just at a stage where your mouth has not caught up with your mind yet. And that is okay. That is completely fixable.
The gap closes when you start speaking, not when you feel ready, not when your grammar is perfect. Now, with whatever you have.
Every awkward sentence you speak today is a step your mouth takes toward fluency. Do not wait for the perfect moment. The perfect moment is just you, alone, saying something out loud in English.
That is where it starts.
That is where it always starts.
If this conversation gave you something useful today, a new way of thinking, a new thing to try, please subscribe to the channel. It really helps us keep making these episodes.
And drop a comment below and tell us, what is the one situation where speaking English feels hardest for you? We read every single one.
Take care of yourselves.
And keep speaking, even when it is not perfect.
See you in the next one.